Chip and Chap, this is Chip and Chap Chat. This is where we rap, now we're Chip and Chap Chat. This podcast made from two nerdy brown boys, both 30 years old, buying all the fresh toys. One of us anime, other Marvel fanboys, both throwing hella shit, bringing fans hella joy. Both love to talk shit, that you make it more noise. If you're in the arcade, don't fuck with these boys.
What up, Chip and Chaps? This is episode 39 of Chip Chap Chat podcast. Sorry myself, Foray,
Jamba.
and the motherfucking Chamba. Let's jump right into this movie news.
Yep.
There's been a few things over this last week.
Yeah.
Start off with the one that I know the least about, but seems the most controversial. Is apparently the first still from Ghost in the Shell has come out.
Mm-hmm.
It shows Scarlett Johansson with her major haircut.
Right. A profile shot of her looking through like a window or something.
Apparently, there's a matching shot from the anime or something.
Right.
But I don't know which specific shot it is.
I mean, it could be one of 100 shots, really.
Exactly. She does a lot of looking out.
She does a lot
windows.
of looking out with light hitting her face. And,
right. She's a very introspective robot person.
She is. She's like, what is life?
Yeah,
what is outside this window?
So some people are real mad that she's a white person.
Yeah.
Some people are just excited to see Ghost in the Shell being made into a movie.
Thinking about it, though, right? She could technically have any shell she wants, so she could be anybody.
She could, and I think that was the mindset of the people making it, or at least aside from Scarlett Johansson will sell tickets.
Right. Now, are they gonna have a Japanese guy in the film?
I don't know, because the only two people I've seen are their Bato and her.
Okay. It'd be nice for them to at least have maybe one.
I assumed that she would probably be the only white person.
That's actually... Do you know what's weird, right?
Her and Bato, anyway.
What's weird is that if you watch the anime, I don't really see any of them, apart from her, to be of Japanese descent.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with anime, though.
Right,
they don't really draw almost anybody unless they're like a villain or an old person to actually look Asian.
Unless, of course, like, I mean, we have to obviously base it on their names too, but then, names, they also change, and, names can, somebody can be named whatever and still be of whoever.
Right,
so,
and how they will Japanify their names sometimes is hard to tell, too.
I think it might also be a little bit more strange if, say, it was a white actor or any actor was cast and the name would happen to be Japanese. It's like, that seems more off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she's still going to have the Japanese
Unless,
name.
of course, it's her code name.
It could be, or they could just, Eric Sachs it. I mean, they really could. She could be, Melissa something or other, some white version of an M name.
The white name.
Yeah, but, we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, like, I don't know. This film, I love the first movie a lot.
Yeah, first movie's great.
It's still one of the better anime films. Now,
it's probably my favorite anime movie.
I think, we were doing this thing and we went to Dubai. Top threes. Name your top threes. And of various things, and in terms of like anime, that was one of the top three for a few of the people. So
yeah, it's definitely one of the first that I watched that I really appreciated. I think Ghost in the Shell was probably, or not Ghost in the Shell, Ninja Scroll was probably the first.
Yeah, Ninja Scroll was on my list.
Like the one I saw, other than like Transformers or so.
Oh yeah. That was Ninja Scroll was on my top 3 list. So
yeah,
but yeah,
that was, I think, the first one I saw when the word Japanimation was being thrown everywhere.
Japanimation was a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in terms of Ghost in the Shell, I'm open for it. We'll see what happens, and I'm sure like if this does well, they're gonna be like, oh, that means we can start adapting more of them.
Yeah, I mean, Ming-Na was hating.
Yeah, but
but I was just surprised because that's in-house hating. You can't hate on Black Widow.
That's true. But, plus, I mean, like, why the hate? It's not like she was the one petitioning to be her.
It's true. She said, I don't dislike Scarlett Johansson. I'm a fan even, but I hate the whitewashing Asian roles or whatever.
I mean, if it was specific, it should have just said Japanese roles, but
Right. But they don't. She doesn't care about that. They could have picked any Asian, and they all would have been like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Yeah, it's an Asian. And then it's like, but yeah, it's like, yeah, we don't have to be specific. We just want an Asian. Is
Yeah.
all they're trying to say.
I
Whatever.
feel like if Japanese films did that, it would be weird.
If what Japanese films cast
White
American,
people, yeah, for like, oh, there's supposed to be a white person here.
I fucking would love it.
I think it would be interesting,
Honestly,
but they don't do it either.
They
So why do
don't.
we go like, oh, fuck
Right.
America?
But the thing is, there's not really a lot of Caucasian actors in Japan. That's the difference.
It's true,
Like
but
in
I
terms of
mean,
the ratio, there is definitely more there's more Asians in American film than there are Caucasians in Japanese film in cinema.
it's probably true. But we get actors from Japan to be in shit
Right.
all the time if the studio calls for it, and they get American actors all the time for their fucking hella weird commercials.
Actually, that's true.
So,
That's something I didn't even consider. And also, there are white celebrity in Japan.
Yeah, there's got to be.
There are. Well, I have seen a couple of there's been a couple of Japanese shows and movies that have cast white actors, but they do speak they're white actors. They're supposed to be a foreign. They're supposed to be like European or something in the show, but they'll speak Japanese.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
it's
like
the same thing as
a
it's
Full Metal
getting a
Alchemist
Japanese.
movie.
It's the same thing as getting a Japanese to speak English rather than Japanese.
But if they do a Full Metal Alchemist movie, are those people going to be Japanese people?
They're all Japanese, and that's what's annoying to me. I've already seen who's casting. I'm like, that doesn't even look like him. His name is Edward Elric. Elric, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
but they won't pronounce it that way.
No, of course not. And I would love for them to just. Could you imagine if they did anime adaptations where wherever it's supposed to take place, they will cast specifically those?
It'd be interesting. I'd like to see it, but at the same time, I don't want to see Japanese live action movies.
No. Could you imagine?
Because they all look terrible to me.
Could you imagine Full Metal Alchemist with a Hollywood budget or a high budget, and it was filmed using a cast of Europeans?
I would love it. It would be amazing.
They would have Japanese or Asian for the Asian characters. They would have Europeans for the European actors, British for the British actors. It would actually be like an international type film. That would be phenomenal.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool, but I'd much rather they produced it here. It'll all look better. I mean, that big armor suit, that's gonna look way better if they do it here.
Even if it was done in the US, if it was a Hollywood production, but I'm saying cast exactly who they're supposed to be, and I think that would. I don't care if it was whoever's banking it. I'm sure China's going to bank it as well because, they have money. But even if it's Asian banked, Chinese banking Transformers, it's still a Hollywood film, something like that in a sense. But cast specifically the roles that are supposed to be who they're supposed to be. I think that would be amazing.
It's just tough because when you're down to okay, well, this character's supposed to be, let's say Korean, and we got the three actors that we thought could fit the role, and none of them are good. But we got this one dude over here that's Filipino, and he's awesome. Should we just not hire him and hire the shittier actor?
If say he's a Filipino guy, that's still Asian at least, right?
But that's what I'm saying. Why does the line get so blurry once it's he's Asian enough?
but even with the white cast, if they're supposed to be European, but they cast a Canadian or some shit, who cares?
Specifically a Canadian.
I'm saying Canadian because there's a lot of Canadian actors.
Almost all our characters over here are played by British people.
A British, Australian, or Canadian.
Yeah, it's mostly British guys.
There's a lot of British guys.
All of our white American superheroes are British for the most part.
Cap.
Except for Cap and Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, because Flora's Australian.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, Star-Lord's American, too.
Yeah, we got a couple, but come on. Spider-Man, he's supposed to be from the Bronx.
Right,
got a British guy.
He's a little British kid. He's been a Brit. Oh, except the first Spidey. The first Spidey was American.
Yeah, but the second two weren't.
Yeah, that's true.
And Tobey Maguire's more alien than he is American. Anyway, so after after the Ghost in the Shell, we got a new Rogue One trailer.
That teaser.
I don't know shit about Star Wars, but it looks cool to me.
It does look cool. The first time I saw the trailer, when that siren came on, I didn't know it was a siren. I was like, oh, is that Jar Jar yelling?
I thought it was my phone going off.
Oh, okay, I was like, every time I hear it now, because like that trailer was played at the convention in Dubai as well, and their booth was like right across ours. And every time I heard it, I just started laughing because I'm like, I'm imagining Jar Jar just yelling. Like, yeah, just doing a weird sound because he's a weird alien.
Well, apparently it's a throwback siren, so
looks cool, man. I don't know, like some of the little quick shots that they did look dope.
I'm excited for Donnie Yen.
I know.
I'm
I was
excited
like,
for that scene with the AT-ATs. Other than that, I don't give a shit really.
You got an Asian in the Star Wars universe, another one now.
Yeah, he's blind and maybe Jedi of some sort.
At least force sensitive.
Yeah, and then we got a new Suicide Squad trailer
with more Joker scenes.
More Joker scenes.
Couple new soundtrack.
Songs.
Yep, new song.
You Don't Own Me and Ballroom Blitz. I think it's called the Blitz trailer.
Right. Looks cool, man. I think this film could be good.
It continues to look good to me.
Yeah.
And I stick with what I said originally.
Yeah.
I was more excited for this one than I was for BVS, and I still think it could look cool. More Batman than I was expecting.
Right. That Batman where he just dives into the thing?
Yeah, I've got to assume it's all one scene, but, either way, I'm going to be fine with it.
And it's, you know what, like, this could be the film that's like, okay, we have to kind of rub the stink away from BVS, because as much as we wanted to push BVS, a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is not the case for this. Hopefully the case for this one is that, hey, it's, people fucking love it.
Yeah, and they had the benefit of, BVS had been done for a while before they were working on Suicide Squad.
Do you think if they released BVS and it was done, it would have received the same amount of negativity that it has? Or that wouldn't have changed it?
If Suicide Squad was done?
No, if BVS was released when it was done.
Oh. No, I still think it would have been an issue because it's still got, Batman murdering people and shit.
It's still a problem.
Yeah. But, Suicide Squad looks good. The characters look good. Croc in particular has grown on me quite a bit.
Huh?
Croc in particular has grown on me quite a bit.
It has, right? Because I was like, okay, it's actually looking cool. That scene where I think... Was it this trailer where, Deadshot... What's his name, Deadshot?
Yeah.
Deadshot was, like, egging on Diablo?
Yeah.
Okay.
The humor looks good.
Yeah.
People were saying that all the humor was in the last trailer. To me, it seemed fine.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to that one.
Definitely. That's like August release, correct?
Yes. Next up, they got Spider-Man. We talked about the Spider-Man title last week.
We did, briefly.
The possible options. It turns out Homecoming was the one that they went with.
Right, and they've got the logo and everything now too, right?
Yeah, it's got like the old school swoopy, like curved lettering and stuff like that.
And in the O in coming, it's got the Spidey logo.
Yeah, so I don't know, it looks cool to me, and if everybody's saying this Spider-Man's fucking awesome, and I believe them, so...
You're excited, yeah. You're like really excited, aren't you?
Oh, I'm cream and jeans, dude. Cream and jeans. They picked this. They picked the title out. It's Homecoming. So to me, that means a lot of different things. It's automatically associated with high school. Right. It's automatically associated with him coming home to Marvel in a way.
So it's double.
And there's also a Spider-Man story in the comics called Homecoming that from what I hear involves Cap and Iron Man.
Oh shit!
So I don't know much about it. I have to
cameo?
look further. I think at least Tony is in it. I heard that they showed a scene from it at a company event recently.
Dang.
And the scene involved I guess hypothetically spoilers for Suicide Squad because it had Tony in it. Or not for Suicide Squad, but for Civil War. Because they said Tony is in it. In Spider-Man's apartment or something.
Okay.
So, Yeah, supposedly they showed that scene and it involved him, and they have said several times that one or more Avenger will show up in his movie just to help establish that it
That's
is
cool.
connected.
Plus, I mean, like at that point, Sony has to be back in that fund.
Oh yeah, they're paying for all of that
Yeah,
maybe.
so good luck for that.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna have to pay if you're gonna have to pay Downey Jr.'s salary,
Right, but
it's,
I'm sure it'll be like him showing up for a 5 minute
you're
scene, and
right.
it'll
But
be like,
whatever that's gonna cost is still gonna cost.
yeah, it'll cost, but it won't cost
Yeah, yeah,
Marvel. So they're like,
it's
whatever,
true.
man.
Yeah, it's like cool. Yeah, you can get whoever you want, incorporate them in the story, but you're paying for that stuff.
In
We just
fact,
have to
he
pay
was
the actor for.
probably already paid. That was probably part of the negotiation in Spider-Man's deal was they had to pay for a couple cameos
That's
going together.
bullshit, man.
Uh,
That seems so
I'm
bullshit.
fine with it. I'm cool with
Yeah, it's cool.
it.
Also, the rumor.
But yeah, so there's a rumor that the villain will be played by Michael Keaton.
Right.
They haven't said who the villain is, but there are rumors about who the villain is, that it's either the Vulture or Ezekiel.
Who's that?
Ezekiel is kind of he's a bigger Spider-Man villain that has to do with like the multiverse. He was the main villain of the
Oh
Spider-Verse
shit.
storyline.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep.
And he had a lot to do with he's like basically hunting them all, trying to steal
Right.
their
Right.
life
Okay. So
force.
okay. So that's the dude. That's the dude. Right. Right.
If it is that is interesting to me.
You think they'll have Miles in this film?
I think that if they set it up to exist or to have like a thing where they could be like, and Miles exists in a universe, and there's a cinematic version of Spider Gwen and shit like that.
Fuck.
I think that they could definitely like milk that.
Oh, dude. Sony will be like, yeah, we're gonna keep the Spidey franchise. But that's
Right.
basically what we're gonna do. Marvel has their whole, Avengers, everything else.
Yeah.
Fox has their, mutants and Fantastic Four if they still want to keep them. And
Now
Sony
I
can
am
just do all Spideys.
I imagine they'd have to pay ducats,
Oh,
but imagine the fountain of cream if they could get like, oh, and then we brought back Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire for a scene where they
gosh,
like
dude. It's a
are
Spidey.
seeing
Yeah.
Spider-Mans from different
Dude,
universes or
man,
whatever.
fucking goosebumps right now.
Cream
Because
jeans.
you
Anyway,
literally have three generations at that point.
oh, and they would do more because they can throw in all those weird
Oh yeah, of
characters
course,
and
of
stuff,
course.
and then be like, oh, and then he gets his black suit when they do Infinity War. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Oh goodness, dude.
Uh,
This is
but
awesome. Like I know
but
it's all
yeah.
speculative and it's all just thoughts, but these are possibilities, is what we're trying to say here.
Now it is, and that's
Yeah.
what's crazy. It didn't seem like they were ever possible
Right,
before.
and at one point, it felt like okay, Sony's dead with Spider-Man.
Right, like, oh, we're gonna do a Sinister Six and stuff, and
How quickly did that change? Just because it was
but I'm glad it
yeah.
did,
Oh no,
because
no, fuck
like,
yeah.
imagine where we would have gone with that version
Okay.
of a Sinister Six movie and shit, with
And
like
now where we can go?
Jamie Foxx in it and
Good. I'm good
fucking
without it.
Paul Giamatti's Rhino.
I'm really good without
I'm
it.
hella good without that.
I'm
So yeah,
consider me happy. And the fact that Marvel's gone out and said, yeah, we're the creative consultants.
yeah, man, I'm good to
Automatically
go.
that's like excellent. That's it. Like that means we're the guys that go, all right, yeah, that doesn't work. That's good. That's a good idea. This one you really need. No, we're not going to approve of this because that's stupid.
Well, they said they were creative producers, so I don't even think it's that simple. I don't think that they're coming to them with their ideas and approving them. I think they're
They're
coming up
coming up
with
with
everything,
ideas. Yep, that's
and then
fine. You know
Sony
what?
is footing the bill.
I'm good with that because I'm sure Sony's like, listen, you guys are very successful.
Right. So we'll give you a shot. We're keeping
We'll
the
give
character either
yeah,
way, but we'll give you a
yeah,
shot.
absolutely. Like he's part of your universe now, so you can use him whenever you want. Um, we'll still be, this is still a Sony Pictures in co-production with you guys, but since you guys really know what you're talking about, considering you are the company that created them,
Yeah.
how about you guys take charge?
I think it's basically they said, well, like, we need to save the face of Marvel's Mickey Mouse.
Yep.
And if the only way that we can do that is to broker this deal where you still get all the money when you do the movie, but
Yep.
we get the money when we do it, as long as we can make everyone love the character again,
Yeah,
then
because
sign us up.
at that point everybody wins.
Exactly.
Sony wins because it's like, yeah, we're making money off this character. No one hates him anymore.
Yeah, they're refreshing the
Yeah.
brand.
And Marvel's like, cool, we get to use him when we want, and now he's officially part of this world.
Yeah, because, I mean, think about it, man. There's people who legitimately, I'm hearing it a lot lately, and I'm like, come the fuck on. But people are like, oh, I got Spider-Man fatigue. I'm tired of that. They rebooted him too many times.
Batman!
Blah, blah. Exactly. Come on. They pick a new fucking Batman every couple
They
of years.
excuse Batman because everyone's like, but Batman's the best. I'm like, he's really not. He hasn't
Yeah.
been the Batman. He hasn't been Batman for a long time, really. Ever.
And if it's at the cost of them getting the character right, then reboot it as many times as you got to, so that we can get the right one.
Especially, like, again, going back to Batman, this is probably what they're thinking with Batman. Finally, he's right, even though he's kind of not, because he's killing and shit, whatnot. But who cares?
Right.
He looks right now.
It's true.
So,
they're at the Amazing Spider-Man 2 stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, that movie had a lot of similarities to, in my opinion. But anyway, so they got a new Turtles trailer as well. There's a lot of weird shit in that trailer. I'm excited for the movie still, but I really don't want to see human versions of these turtles. I really don't want to see it.
I had brought it up, I think, on the Skype conversation. I was like, is it me or is the CG looking a little more cartoony?
It's definitely cartoon. I mean, you could just look at Bebop and Rocksteady and tell that it's cartoonier.
Yeah. And honestly, I was like, I'm okay with it because we already know what this film is supposed to be.
Right, and I'm fine with that.
Still good job with it.
I saw an interview with Megan Fox. She said that the movie in general focuses a lot more on the turtles.
Thank goodness, that's it.
So, I'm pretty good with this trailer. Just please, I don't want to see weird human versions of the Ninja Turtles. I'm good to go.
I don't want to see like a green skin with a slightly turtle face.
Yeah, are they just gonna paint the actors with
I don't know.
texture?
Don't do that. Like, unless of course they're doing. And the thing is, for all we know, they're probably doing throwbacks to other past stories.
I don't care.
Yeah, and
it's not. That's not.
I was gonna say, I'm like, there's so many stories. Don't do those ones.
Yeah, I mean, we're already getting like Krang and Shredder and all this shit. Do we need to see human versions of the Turtles as well?
I hope that scene is just that scene where it's like, oh, my hand changing. Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's not going to be just that scene. It's a tease of something they're going to do. And plus, they set up the whole thing with him being like, Halloween, it's the one night of the year we can go out, yada, yada. Oh. It's going to be them dealing with, like, we want to be out of the shadows.
Plus, it's called Out of the Shadows, right?
Exactly. So I'm sure by the end of the movie...
Now.
I'm sure by the end of the movie, they're going to be like, we're just going to be the Turtles, but everyone knows we exist and we protect the city, which is still fucking weird.
Could you imagine, right? When they change back into the Turtles that we actually like they become smaller and shit.
I'm fine with that idea, but I'm not holding my breath. I really think that
breath, but if you imagine that happen, I'm like, oh, all right.
I think that scene of them standing in the alley in the daytime together I think the second trailer, when you can hear a lady, I don't know who the lady was, but she was like, so what are you guys, like heroes or whatever? And you're like, we don't hate bullies or whatever, Captain America, blah blah.
Yeah.
I think
trash can lid.
I think that's the end of the movie. That's them being like, now the city knows we exist and we're just the Ninja Turtles and everyone knows it, which is fucking weird because it changes so much about the Turtles. But just whatever, man. Let's do it. They're the superhero version of them now.
Exactly, they're superheroes.
They'll have an Avengers Tower in the third.
Turtle Tower.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird.
I wouldn't mind my
headphones got unplugged. Hold on a second. And we're back.
I'm still looking forward to it. That's a June release, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But it's just fucking weird. And lastly, the Dr.Strange teaser trailer was released.
That's good.
And you feel pretty good about it?
I feel very positive by that.
I feel like I'm curious to see how people feel about it that are not at all connected to comic books or don't have any knowledge of the character. Because talking to Kanoi after she watched it...
Right. What did she say?
She just interpreted the trailer very different. She thought that it was a guy died in a car accident and keeps coming back to life and has to experience all his different lives through this teaching of bald Tilda Swinton that teaches him to go to each of his lives or something, each of his past lives.
What, though? I think it's cool to have the multiple interpretations of this one teaser, because that way when people go into it, they'll either be, they'll most likely just be like, they'll come out of it surprised.
I guess. But she was just like, yeah, so does he have to go to his lives through dreams or something? Is it like Inception? It looked like there's an Inception part. And I was like, yeah, everybody's going to say Inception because there's a city in the sky and a city on the ground, and they're kind of colliding into each
But they
other.
show that's the different levels, obviously. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Which, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Still don't know who Mads Mikkelsen is.
I don't.
Um,
I'm like, I can't, like, just watching the trailer. I've seen the trailer a couple times now because I want to it's good. It's a good
yeah, I've
looking
seen it a few
trailer.
times.
I'm just like, they're doing this.
Yeah, his American accent is super bizarre.
Right.
He sounds so. I couldn't even tell it was him at first.
Yeah, at the first time I watched it, I was like, okay, that's him. It took me like
I
maybe a
I
brief
had
second. I
to
was like, okay, that's him.
I had to let the trailer finish before I knew it was him because I was like,
All right.
no one else talked that
Because
sounded like
they
Benedict
didn't show him
Cumberbatch.
actually speaking.
No, other than the "teach me"
Yeah,
line,
teach me.
but that by itself just sounds like him. But the earlier was like, I don't believe in chakras or magic. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Him, bro.
Yeah,
I can't believe, like, just watching the trailer. I'm just like, they're making this. This is a thing that's happening.
yeah.
That's what that to me that alone has gotten me excited.
There is a scene though. I've wondered. Okay, so look, this time they're like, "Oh, magic exists." Blah blah blah. This is Marvel introducing the magic to the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But if the magic is as a result of the Infinity Stone, isn't it just like Thor version of magic again? Isn't it just like science magic?
I'm assuming it would because, like, do you remember? I'm sure they introduced the whole interdimension things through Ant-Man first. They touched on
Right.
it, you know, and
And it did look very kaleidoscopy, and that
that's
Matt
yeah,
Mikkelsen's
right.
character seems
That
all
scene
about
looked
that.
great when he was walking, and it was just like,
Yeah,
I was like, oh, my eyes hurt. This is the best.
that's gonna be awesome in
Oh,
IMAX
dude,
as
in
well.
IMAX 3D. Oh,
Yeah.
woo! Looking forward to that shit.
Um,
But I think it might be just that. It's different stages.
mhm.
So, because they've established that Thor, the god realm type thing, it's science of another planet, I guess, right?
Right.
But then in like, I know it's Netflix. What the hell is with all the power there, like the Iron Fist shit? How are they gonna explain that? Is that through science as well, or
Still don't
mysticism?
know. Still don't know.
Like, is
But
mysticism a form of science?
I'm very curious. But it's also like there's a scene where I think it's him and it's Doctor Strange and I think the Ancient One, Tilda Swinton's character, or maybe it's him and Baron Mordo, whatever, one of the two. But they're walking down a hallway, and on the ground is like a big square symbol.
Yep.
I'm wondering if that's like them, like whatever their cult is or whatever they're learning the magic from is like worshiping the Tesseract.
Oh shit.
Because
See, that's linking everything together.
it does, but it's that's why I'm like, is it the same kind of like weird spiritual magic if it's still all connected to the Infinity Stones? Like if
It would make
everybody's
sense
shit
though,
is
wouldn't
the
it? Because if
Infinity
the
Stones.
Infinity Stones is of the universe,
Yeah.
it's the universal power.
Just so many of them are on Earth though is what's weird.
Well,
All this
I
huge
think
universe that they're almost
right,
all of them are
right.
chilling on
I
Earth.
think with that, it's Earth. People of Earth can tap aspects of it, not obviously embrace or control all of it, the complete version of it. Whereas the stones, that's essentially the core, the concentrated version of them.
Which I get, but like as established in Guardians, like there's planets and other
Of course, and
galaxies
I'm
and
sure
shit.
like, and it's also established in Guardians. I'm sure other races of the universe of the galaxy can also have links to these things.
But I'm just wondering how they all made their way to Earth.
Who knows?
I'm
Because
wondering if we'll get some sort of explanation for why they're all chilling here, except for the one or two that the collector had.
hopefully we'll find out. Hopefully we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
And even if they're like, oh, because they just happened to land on Earth, like if they explain it, I'll be like, sure.
What do you think about Rachel McAdams as being the real night nurse?
I'm fine with that.
Supposedly that's the case, as she's playing the character that is normally Night Nurse.
Night Nurse?
Yeah.
All right.
But again, it just also seems weird. Although, if they showed her at the hospital and then just Rosario Dawson's in the background,
oh, dude, automatic, they'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, then I'd be like,
yes.
fuck yeah. You don't even have to have her have lines. She can just work at that hospital. She can
work at the back. Oh, she's already, but, she's left the hospital.
She has, but I don't know if this movie
takes place in
I don't know if it's in present time or not. Or at least the part where he's not Doctor Strange. I'm curious
you got a good point there.
If instead of like doing his origin, if it's just a series of flashbacks.
Because that could have been a flashback. Oh, dude, if they just showed that,
yeah,
automatically be like, yep, cool.
Because that's what I'm wondering is if we'll see a series of flashbacks after he's already like fucked up and his hands are broken.
Right. Well, he's already
still searching. Yep. He's still searching for the cure or whatever.
Well, there's that trailer made me go, shit, they're doing this. I'm excited.
I'm excited, but I'm mostly curious how he's going to fit in. Because, like, Doctor Strange is such a huge character in the comic books. Like, Sorcerer Supreme is a big deal. Like,
it is. He's one of the most powerful beings in the universe.
Yeah, whenever any other character's, like, going through something magic-related, they always are like, we gotta consult Doctor Strange. He's the only one that's going to know anything about this.
Dude, I'm fucking, excited. That's fucking
And Plus, they mentioned Stephen Strange already in Winter Soldier, so if he's not already the sorcerer,
right,
then why the fuck was Hydra watching him?
Exactly.
Just for being a surgeon? Exactly. That's weird.
Yeah. Unless, of course, this film is essentially flashback.
Right, that's what I'm wondering.
Like, majority flashback of how he got it, but this current thing with whoever the villain is the present time. So he's already Strange.
He's got to already be
he's already the Strange. Doctor, yep, absolutely. He's got to be Doctor. We see what he went through to become the Doctor via flashback and whatnot, but he's already the Sorcerer Supreme, I guess, or I guess in the front line to be it, maybe.
Right. I like that concept better. Hopefully that's the case.
Well, we'll see. We'll see come November.
Yeah. It's crazy that comes out this year.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
No, we getting Suicide Squad, we getting Civil War, we getting Doctor Strange, we getting X-Men who gives a shit about.
We already got BVS and Deadpool.
And Deadpool, right? What else is it? That's it, right?
It's a crazy year this year.
That's it, right? That seems more than enough, honestly.
I think so. That's all the big ones.
And we got Turtles coming out. I know some people are like, that's not. I mean, it is comic.
It's a comics though.
It's a comic book movie, so. This is fucking good time, man.
Star Wars at the end of the year.
That's right. That's a Christmas date? Is that Christmas?
Yeah, it's in December.
Nice. That's they claimed that shit.
Yep.
And that shit, man. It's
Christmas every year, Star Wars.
Dude, there's not just that. It's basically Christmas every month with something.
Yep.
It's Christmas every month with something.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, so that is the rundown of all the stuff that we thought was cool. There's also some little stuff, like supposedly they got a guy front lines for Han Solo. Supposedly they picked the Vader. But I don't know anything about it.
Like, with those films like that, I'll watch it when it comes out and shit. But in terms of, like, geeking out prior to it, I'm not so.
I just don't have a deep enough knowledge in the Star Wars universe to get all buggy about it. But go watch Attack the Block if you guys haven't seen it. I just rewatched it again with Kanoy. I love that movie, man. I'm glad I bought it.
Yeah.
It seriously is like new Monster Squad to me.
Oh, what's the bonus features in that?
It's got a whole behind the block documentary.
Nice.
And it's got several, I think maybe like 5 or 6 little features. One of them is about creating the suit and stuff. It's pretty neat.
I'll have to watch it when I get.
Yeah, so it's worth checking out. You get to see Finn from Star Wars and Firestorm.
Before Firestorm?
Battling aliens to save London. So
that's sick.
Check it out, man. It's good. But yeah, until the next one, which will be episode 40.
40.
Stay chipper, chaps.
Stay chipper.
What up, chipper chat? This is chipper chat chat. What up, chipper chat? This is chipper chat chat. What up, chipper chat? This is chipper chat chat. What